So in December, I was officially declared to be in remission from my breast cancer after completing all of the treatment. It was about 5 months, maybe 5.5 months of chemo, about 1.5 months of radiation, surgeries. It was a rough year. So I was very happy to get through all of it in last year, and very grateful that my mom was by my side and my family and my friends to help me get through that. And just thinking about it actually makes me want to tear up a little, because it's just so touching that everyone was really there for me like that. They're happy tears. Anyway, we booked a trip to Alaska shortly after the new year to celebrate just life. And now our trip is upon us, and we leave in 2 days. And I'm really excited to just unwind, disconnect, and really enjoy my experience with my mom, being in nature, and just to be grateful to get through that really tough year. So it feels good to have this trip now be here to celebrate. After I broke my ankle, it kind of gave me a goal to get through physical therapy, to be able to walk again, to be able to do this trip, because there is a lot of walking and stairs that I know will be involved. So I am incredibly grateful that I'm back so I can enjoy this trip fully. So I have no expectations of going on my first cruise. I am just really, really looking forward to it. Getting ready to explore Seattle. Enjoying Seattle, having a great time. Glacier Bay today. So just made it back from the Alaska trip a few days ago, and I must say it was absolutely incredible. Glacier Bay was probably my favorite part. It just felt really magical to be so immersed in nature that seemed so untouched, and it was also really serene and really peaceful. The cruise itself was relaxing for me. I'm really happy that we had a cabin with a balcony, because while it was actually a little too cold to go out on the balcony for the most part, it was just wonderful to be able to like relax and lay in bed and look out on the water the whole time. And I just feel very grateful that I got to have this experience and this trip with my mom. My broken ankle has fully healed, and leading up, doing a lot of physical therapy in preparation of this trip definitely paid off. I didn't have any pain, and there was definitely a lot of walking, a lot of stairs within the cruise ship. So I'm really happy that I didn't have to deal with any pain or feel like I needed to rest anymore just with my ankle. So that was a big relief. What I did learn about myself on this trip is I am still very much healing. I developed a head cold on the trip, and for the first few days I was actually a little worried that I might have had a touch of the flu. While I didn't have a fever, I did look up the symptoms of a flu. You don't have to have a fever, because I just felt a little floaty in my head, and it could have also been maybe the travel. And the Verzenio medication that I'm on does lower your immune system. So I think traveling, the long distance, the time change, the exposure might have all contributed to just me getting a head cold. It was very manageable, and it did not damper my time on the trip, which was good, but it would have been nice to be 100% healthy. And I also had to deal with a slight upset stomach for part of the trip, which I came prepared with. Well, I didn't actually come prepared, but my mom fortunately did. She had like a medicine cabinet as well. I mean, I had all my medications, but I didn't pack Tylenol and some of those items, and she had everything, which was great, because I definitely needed allergy medication, I needed Tylenol, I needed all the things, Pepto. I'm happy that I was able to manage through that, but it did. I think in retrospect, I eat very clean and very healthy, and the food on the cruise ship, not knowing how exactly it's prepared, even if I was choosing healthy items, might have upset my stomach. So it's just something for me to be aware of moving forward, that any meals that I don't cook at home, I have to be careful. Overall, it was a great experience. I think the one thing that surprised me the most about my first cruise was you can actually feel that you're on the water. I don't know why I didn't expect that you would feel the water on a cruise ship, because I've been boating many times with my friends on their boats, and I know very much that you can feel the water, and I don't get seasick or anything like that. So I just figured for such a large ship, you wouldn't really be able to feel it rocking. But walking down those halls, there were times where I was like, I am not walking straight. I would recommend, if you know that you are someone that is more susceptible to seasickness, is to definitely get that patch or anti-nausea medication to help with that. I don't need that, but it is noticeable, and we had very flat and serene weather. That was probably my biggest surprise and takeaway going into and out of my first cruise. If this inspired you to plan your own trip to Alaska, hit the like button and please comment below. I would love to hear your feedback and what trips or experiences might be on your bucket list, as I would love to plan my next trip too, and would love to hear any comments or feedback of recommendations. Subscribe for more healing, wellness, and bucket list travel experience inspiration.